If you weren't so dumb, you'd have friends.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool. We'll edit this out. I'm nice. Hi, everyone. I'm so nice. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Squirrel Club Agenda.
Do we do the noise?
Oh, yeah. We do this. Scroll. Yeah,
There should be is there a sound cue? That'd be or maybe
good.
just like there's something chewing on a nut.
I like that. Okay, Alex, give us a sound cue.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be.
Okay, let me do it.
And then maybe because it's a squirrel, you should like be distracted by something and then go back to what you're doing. Like what was that? Oh yeah.
We need to have somewhere in the middle where there's just a random sound and we all just stop what we're doing. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, we'll do that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're
An idea guy.
I love it. We're so excited to have Robert Baril on the podcast today. This is Do-Over.
Yes, we had Robert on election day.
Yeah, November 6th.
And then we looked at that. We threw that footage out the next day because it was very optimistic.
Burn that footage down.
Yeah.
And we knew what was coming. So we're
not
like,
at the
let's
time.
try to do comedy.
We put a hood over that footage. We drove it out to a field. We made that footage get on its knees. We shot it twice in the head, and we haven't looked at it since.
That's right.
That's kind of, but more sad.
More sad.
That didn't really capture the despair.
No, because in the moment we were like recording and we're getting news coming in and we're just kind of like, okay, we're doing it. We're just like,
well, who thinks they're gonna lose at 2:00 on election day?
Yeah.
Right? You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Who would vote for this guy? But
and if you guys,
a lot of people did.
I'm glad, and
None of them listen to this podcast.
And it's bonus footage now. I guess I could have it be a bonus, but I'm even worried about that.
I feel like it should almost be for like a lack of a page. Like for the people that don't subscribe, you give them that one.
You have
like
to watch this.
If they do subscribe and interact and give you 4 stars and then you keep that episode from them.
Yes, we won't make you watch it.
Yeah.
Because also during that episode, I revealed that I'd like bet money on the election.
Oh,
that's right, you did. I thought of that. That was like the
that,
third thought I have after the announcement, after it was decided.
Yeah.
Not the first one, but then immediately after it was like, oh, Andy.
Oh no, right? I didn't even tell my husband who's sitting over there.
I remember thinking at least I didn't lose a lot of money too when I was on stage at Third Wheel.
I made everyone feel better. But I was like, haha, I'm gonna have so much money later. And I'm just being like, I'm an idiot. But whatever. I didn't need the money.
With all the tax cuts, you're gonna get that back. You're gonna get that back
Oh,
ASAP,
you're
probably.
right.
Yeah.
That's how I felt during the NFC Championship game. I was like, how could it all have gone wrong?
Oh my gosh.
Felt the same way watching Chalamet lose to Adrian Brody last night. The same.
Are you an Oscar Poole person?
But part of it's just as a Minnesotan anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Also it doesn't get more Minnesotan than losing in the final. He isn't, but he played Bob Dylan, so it was just sort of
and he's from Minnesota?
Oh, yes. Have you heard of him?
Do we not bring that up every time?
Every podcast.
I thought Prince was from Minnesota.
Yeah, there could be 2 people. Good job, John. Okay, so this will not be a politics episode, unfortunately, because Robert likes that kind of stuff.
Unless you have any sharp political opinions on candy.
Yes, we're doing candy episode.
Let's get to it. I don't know that I do, but who knows? Maybe we'll learn something about me as we go along with this.
It'll veer in. Yeah, so this is an all super fun candy episode. And so this podcast...
Well, I don't know. It could still get dark.
Oh, God, it does. It does get dark.
For sure.
I put in some dark questions. Candy is serious. Okay, so if this is your first time watching or if you just forgot, this is a comedy joke writing podcast as well as just a fun podcast. So there are comedy worksheets that you can do. You can go online to patreon.com/squirrel club, download the worksheets, and you can do the same prompts as us and do the jokes and write jokes with us. Or you can watch the podcast before, after, whatever, or not write jokes, or just write jokes and not watch the podcast. But you should watch the podcast. Also, too, we're going to have a contest where we're reading people's answers to a question. So if you're watching for that, that'll happen in maybe like a half hour or so, and then we'll announce the winner. And if the winner sees it, then they get a prize. So we're trying to trick people into watching, but with prizes and stuff. So it's going to be really, really fun, though, guys. So I'm excited to be here. And this is the beginning of the podcast. Now what?
Well, I'm the guest, so I feel like the transitions aren't my...
What are some of your funny or interesting stories or experiences involving candy, Robert?
You know, I don't have a lot of experiences that come to mind with candy. I do just as a testament to like how marketing works on children. Like I like Three Musketeers. I've never been a big fan of the candy. But I loved the live action Disney Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen, Oliver Platt,
Malkovich is in that, isn't he?
John Malkovich. I don't know that he. He is.
I think so.
Probably.
He's one of the. Isn't he one of the musketeers? He's like one of the villainous musketeers. I think.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. I
just make sure.
At first, I thought you were like screwing with me of just being like, yeah, John Gielgud is in the Disney.
Seymour Hoffman is.
No, because it's Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt, and Charlie Sheen are like the main three, and then Chris O'Donnell.
That's not the one I'm thinking.
Is like the who's the it guy at the time.
Gerard Depardieu was one of the dudes in the one.
Oh boy, okay,
there are more than one.
Yeah,
Three.
Oh no,
multiple.
I know. I'm just saying, like as a kid, the one that I was the most excited about, and maybe that was because the Depardieu one had been kept from me.
Okay.
Was the Disney
sensitive.
one? Probably. You know, I don't know
that one. Is the one Malkovich is in.
I
could be wrong again here.
I would imagine that he.
I
was
just
quite
think John
good
Malkovich has been in everything like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. But so like I would eat the candy just because it was called Three Musketeers, and I liked the show. And it would be like...
I liked that one too.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the marketing, but it's a shit candy bar.
Yeah, it is.
The candy bar's trash. Yeah. No.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah. And whatever the chocolate in the middle of that is the worst kind of chocolate.
No, it's not chocolate.
Have you ever tried to take a bite of just that part of the Three Musketeers? It's fucking gross.
Well, I normally would just eat the chocolate off of it.
Oh, really?
And all around.
And then throw the... Oh, my God.
I wouldn't throw the rest away. I would just eat the rest. But still, it was a weird experience.
It's almost like... It's like engineered not to be good. It was like, how can we take a Milky Way and then just make it terrible?
Yeah. Sure. Just work your way backwards.
The only good kind of Three Musketeers is the bite size because there's less of it. Like anytime it's so like doing background work or like any time where they'll just like have candy or like at school or whatever and it's like, oh, you can take one. At the end of that thing being passed around, it's all Three Musketeers. I mean, unless you're just starving, that's the Twix right away. Reese's Pieces. What are you, crazy? That's absolutely Three Musketeers surplus at the end of that thing.
Yeah, we get giant bags of candy that we order Halloween candy after Halloween. You can get it super cheap, and then we just eat candy all year. But yeah, the Three Musketeers are... The
estate of Alexander Dumas should sue the Three Musketeer candy for degrading...
You're hurting our movie.
What was it? Yeah.
But, okay, so that was your only candy story?
I don't have a lot of candy. I'd see it, I'd eat it. There wasn't a lot of... I mean, I wasn't allergic to anything. I don't know
we're
what...
not going to bully you into having a second story.
I mean...
Right.
We're not?
No, we might, but...
Yeah,
Let's pull.
From the recesses of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a formative candy story in my... I'd be curious if you have one, quite frankly. I mean, what's the...
Be lots
what?
What's the formative...
This is a really hard-hitting podcast.
They don't have to be... Yeah, they don't have to be formative. Candy stories don't have to be formative stories.
But what's the exciting candy story? You like, I wanted candy, I got candy. Like, I don't know what...
I don't know. Have you ever given candy to a homeless person and then that homeless person said no thank you and then you felt weird?
Okay, see, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Because you're like, just take my candy. And they're like, I don't want your candy.
Was it a Three Musketeers?
No, it was a Valentine's Day candy with like...
So...
Skittles.
Maybe he thought there was a relationship was implied and he didn't...
I want to go to the beginning of this story, though. Did he ask you for something, or did you just offer him candy to start? You were like, oh, this... Yeah. And how did you know this was a person without a home?
You can kind of tell.
I mean...
What is... Was he a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah,
what
you
is...
just feel it out.
But it was just like...
You're sitting outside a movie theater.
From his attire or something, you could tell that this is where he...
I don't know.
He wasn't panhandling.
No.
He wasn't asking for anything to eat or anything like that. You just shoved candy on him.
Yes.
And when he said no, you felt weird.
Yeah.
You were like, well...
I was just like...
This seems like someone who's for sure going to be of sound mental capacity and not turn down my candy.
Yeah, I just felt very vulnerable in that moment, trying to be like, do a good thing, and they wouldn't let me do a good thing. And I'm like, what, is it not healthy enough for you? Do you want... I was like, do you want...
So you're then grilling the homeless person about their diet?
It's about time someone knocked this homeless person down a peg.
Yeah, thank God we have Robert in here to fight for the other side of candy conversations, because...
It's just, and it was a Valentine's too, so I did feel, I was like, it's a Valentine's.
Well, hold on. Was it like those little hearts that
no.
say like, because that candy's trash. That's trash candy. It is trash.
It was Skittles. That's a good candy. Like later I bet he was like, I'm hungry, I wish I had Skittles.
He'd still probably been hungry.
There are like times in my life, Skittles is one of my favorites, but I would have turned out, There are like times where I'm like walking on the street, and I probably, somebody just said I looked homeless the other night, so I'm close enough to get in.
Are you sure it wasn't a comic? It might have been a comic.
It very well could have been a comic.
It really could have.
And I don't know, if I was like, no thanks on the Skittles, and you started accosting me, I'd be like,
I was like, what?
I'm going to go back to my house.
Also, there's a slight implication here that if you're homeless, you should just take anything from a stranger. Yeah. And I also, because probably within the homeless community, they're like, careful, they're putting stuff in the things they're giving us. Like you probably remember when bum fights was a thing? They'd be like, hey, you want this sandwich? You got to go hit that other homeless guy. Right? What? So they've been preyed upon. Yeah, it's probably some bum fights. Maybe they grew up in the 80s. They see someone like you trying to give them a candy apple. And maybe there's a razor blade inside.
Well,
exactly.
All I'm saying is I couldn't walk down that street anymore because it was too embarrassed I'd see him again. Didn't take my candy. So
homeless, but also local to that street.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw him there one time, and I was like, I bet he goes there a lot. So I go around. Anyways.
The sound effect. That's not bad.
It's squirrel time.
Trying to change the subject.
Change the subject, he said. Good job. Johnson.
Transition.
Well, yeah, okay, I take it back. That story definitely... Yeah. And how old were you when this happened?
A couple of years ago? What do you mean?
Okay.
36.
All right, I don't...
Doesn't matter. Doesn't change.
Was that the only person you've offered Valentine candy to?
No, I had a bunch. A lot of people were taking it.
Okay.
No.
So you're only focusing on the... Is it just that...
You think that's my only candy story?
I don't think that's your only candy story. But I just feel like it's still the reason it stuck with you is because everyone else takes the candy.
Yeah.
And this homeless guy didn't.
Oh, because you're saying you have candy stories, but you can't remember them because they're so insignificant.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's it. I probably have, if I really try, there's probably 15, 16 candy stories, but I doubt there's anything that's worth telling.
I feel like you're laughing right now because I'm in the stuffed animal podcast and the candy podcast. I've been just grilling the guests.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to take a hard line on any of those things.
Laffy Taffy. I never thought Laffy Taffies were all that funny, but I do think they kind of give you that early joke writing kind of like puns. Like it did kind of get me thinking that way. So I will say, yes. There's a bit... Laffy Taffy got me into comedy. How's that?
Okay, that's very formative. Mm-hmm. That explains a lot. Explains your political...
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Laffy Taffy.
Lenny Bruce and Laffy Taffy. Those were the...
That's my... Good. That's good. So now you're prepared for your interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, John, you better have a candy story.
Yeah, I mean...
you do.
My nut allergy,
no
for
peanut
sure.
stories.
No peanut.
No, we've had enough of that. You're always talking about how you're allergic to peanuts.
I don't know how I'm going to do the candy episode with all the... There's like peanut butter in 7 of these candies on the list.
I forgot.
But you're right, no nuts.
Afterwards, I remember now. I was like, oh, dang. This is not...
I mean, I can remember Halloween for sure being a fun night of like mischief and like being we would go out with pillowcases and we were early on out looking for like the grab bag ones to fill the whole thing up and generally sort of nuisances around the neighborhood, smashing pumpkins and whatnot.
You would?
Yeah, I think there was like a certain time of night where it was, time to smash the pumpkin.
That's the time of night.
Well, what else are you going to do with the pumpkin after Halloween?
Yeah, it just gets sad and slowly...
Although I do remember also being at an age where at some point we're like, Halloween, this is not when we do the pranks because it's too easy to get busted.
Oh, yeah, everyone's out.
But also, there were... We roll around the neighborhoods and make fun of anyone who was taking it too seriously too. There was like a woman who would like stand out in front, all costumed up, asking every kid what they are and everything. And we would every year there was a way to embarrass her.
Oh my god!
And that eventually became one of my good friends in high school. It was her mom, and we didn't know for years and years. I didn't know who we were fucking with. It was like, you ever see that Can't Buy Me Love where they like do something they do some kind of prank to some guy on Halloween night and then they're like, oh, I didn't even know it was, you get caught and you're like, oh fuck, that was us.
Or were you dressed up though so she know it was you? You were always in costume.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we went to, I think I was at private school at that point, so we wouldn't have known each other. But then I remember like the first night I went to her house as we were like hanging out in high school, it was like, oh, this is...
I know this house.
And then meeting her mom and be like, oh yeah, that's for sure the lady we fucked with.
Do you mean to imply that students of private school misbehave?
No.
Oh my gosh, apparently.
But her mom was very like involved in like PTA and stuff, and like I remember her mom like was way over involved, like got our hotel rooms canceled at prom and stuff like that. And so like for years and years it was like a back and she was very, because I was the school president at that point, so I remember there was like a lot of back and forth with
to have met school president John.
A worthy adversary. I love her to this day, Bonnie Perkins.
This needs to be a movie. That is great.
She's the best.
Oh my gosh. My dad at Halloween would hide and try to scare kids. Like that was his fun thing.
Yeah.
So he would like wear a giant like hunting suit with like camouflage and cover himself with leaves and just lay in the grass and then just get up and
to a bit.
Kids. Like he loved it. Yeah. That's never anything I enjoyed. But yeah. Your fingers like this. Did you have something else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Just grounds in my mouth.
Yeah, just coffee grounds.
I was never like how some kids just like eat all the candy. I still would like I paced myself. I wanted to make it last anyway. Like I was I was like a grown up in a little kid's body where it was like I'm just gonna have a few pieces, but this isn't. I want it to last. I was always thinking, okay, but the next day I want to have a little bit. I want a little bit more. So I wouldn't pig out. I would just have a few and then be happy. A grown-up in a little kid's body does. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like you. Whereas I was a kid in a grown-up's body in a kid's body. Where like... There's a lot going on. Where I would put all of them in order by the type, and I would just have them all organized by just the type. We would just line them up how much we had. But then that's autism. Yeah, that's what I wondered too. I was like, maybe. But no, it's not Asperger's because it was really fun. Oh, you didn't feel burdened by it. You were just like, something I can organize. Yeah. Okay. No, all right. I take it back then. It's fine, but I would still eat all the candy. Like I'm gonna organize it, catalog it. Was there like a method to you eating it? Like all the Snickers first and or was it like one of each so then everything lasted or? I don't know, because then I'd put it all in a pile and eat it again and then hide it. So you'd organize it, then pile it. And then I would have so much candy though that it would get old. And I remember one time eating a bunch of chocolate and then realizing like halfway through that there were bugs in it. So I was just eating candy that had bugs in it. Was it not wrapped?
Yeah.
When you say pile, did you unwrap all of them and then just create this amorphous candy blob?
I just remember being like, and then but not even. He was like, well, whatever. Like any bugs, I guess it was good. It tasted good. Yeah. So that's one of my candy stories. My other candy story. Hold on, let me get on.
That sounds like a candy nightmare. I'm dreaming. You're just like, well, I eat bugs.
No.
Was there bugs in the candy you offered the homeless man?
I know. It was pretty new.
How long does it take candy to go bad? Like years?
Yeah, that chocolate. I don't know, man. It was. I don't know. It was a really long bar of chocolate. It was just chocolate. Maybe it was a Toblerone.
That you were just slowly eating like Homer Simpson with that sandwich?
Oh,
you
you're just leaving out open candy? Now I don't feel... I've never opened candy and not finished it. So that's where the disconnect is here. I didn't realize you're just opening chocolate, leaving it on the windowsill.
Yeah.
And be like, oh my gosh, there's bugs here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the bugs doing, man? I don't know. I'm upset too. Our producer just asked where did my candy hiding spots were. It was just like in my closet. Like no one was looking for my candy. I don't know.
Probably because they didn't have to, because it was just left out in the open.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. And then,
look for the flies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then my next candy story is when I was at Acme. Working, like I'd be like, I think MCC, so younger level. There was that hidden vending machine at Acme. Did you guys know about it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, if you went behind the desk, like where you checked in, there was a door that went out into the building where there's like an elevator and you go up, and then there was a vending machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a vending machine out there, which, you know, you could end up getting locked out. So it was kind of like you had to like put the wood piece in and then go get candy and not get locked out. But I was always talking
about... By locked out, though, you know, you just had to go up.
No, you lived there then. That's where you live. But it would be cold sometimes.
You were jimmying one of Acme's doors to get back in.
It was cold. You'd have to go outside to get back in. And you're not wearing shoes.
And you're not wearing shoes. Good. Are you living at Acme at this point?
Kind of. I did intern there, so I was there a lot. Upstairs at the graphic design office. So
for a bug eater, you draw a lot of odd lines in what you're willing to tolerate.
It's true. Bugs. So... I would work at Acme, and there was this, like, cool secret vending machine. But whenever there'd be, like, a headliner there, I would be like, hey, do you want to see something cool? And I would give them $1. And I'd be like, follow me. And then we'd go through the door, and I'd be like, here's the vending machine. I'd be like, you can get whatever you want.
Oh, my God. How many times was this your first interaction with a headliner?
I mean, it's usually pretty early, because I wanted to impress them. So
Mission accomplished.
I know, and a lot of times they would, like Maria Bamford was like, oh, okay, nice, this is cool. And she got her trophy, and she thought it was fine. But there was a headliner who was like, no thanks. They're like, no
thanks?
Yeah, they're like, here, you can get whatever. Sure. I'm good. This isn't fun for me. And I'm like, just go along with it. Like, what?
Sure.
So then I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't do that anymore. Then I switched to the features, bugging the features. A little more impressed. And then I also tried to give candy to Emo Phillips, but he wouldn't take it.
Sure.
And then when I started at Acme, a way I would like make friends, because I was pretty annoying and a lot of people didn't like me at first. Cy Amundsen didn't really like me. So I would try to give people candy to make them like me. And Cy would always say, he's like, no, I'm not taking candy from you. I don't trust you.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Andy.
What?
But kids are taught at a very young age to specifically not take candy from people. It's the one thing that they're told not to do.
Yeah, but no one ever tells you not to give candy to strangers. They say don't take it. So I didn't know.
You didn't just pick up on that by implication?
On the other side, no. I'm in my own. I'm like, no, I'm going to make... And I did. A lot of people took the candy. And I shall say, eventually, Cy Amundsen did take the candy and said, I trust you now. And he had a starburst.
Did a lot of people offer you candy growing up? A lot of strangers offer you candy?
No.
Okay.
They didn't.
It's your story. I'm just trying to keep up.
No, I know. It's tricky for people who don't have formative experiences with candy. You just wouldn't understand. Okay. And then
It's just been flings with candy. I haven't had any serious. I haven't met the right chocolate bar yet.
I feel like I'm on what's the Galifianakis podcast? Between Two Ferns candy episode.
Yeah, we're
going back and forth like candy animosity between the two of
putting
you.
you in tough spots where you're just like, serious stuff, guys. But I'll be done.
We're all just joking around during the politics episode, but we can't get through the candy one.
From one to the other.
That's true. No, we're still on the first question.
You're putting on a hard shell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Bring out the puns.
These blow pop minis. Which are horrible candy.
I've never tried one. I do like blow pops.
It's a sucker without the stick. Like, someone's like, oh, let's get rid of the stick.
Okay.
Like, how are you supposed to hold
and
it?
no gum.
No, I think there is gum. There's gum in the middle. Oh, is there not?
There has to be,
It's a blow pop with no stick. Says right on the box.
It's probably more environmental than it's
candy
less.
over gum.
Yeah.
The serving size is 8 pieces? What? That's a lot. There's 6 servings
If they're
in here.
all gum, that's 8 pieces of gum.
Yeah.
Oh, are we eating candy? Is that what we're doing on the...
I'm into it.
It comes in a bag!
You know what's good for podcast audio?
sticks.
Is a big gum chewing.
Okay. Let's do some sort
I can't tell you how many times I've had a blow pop, and then once I'm done, I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, do I do like a little Groucho thing? Is this prop comedy? What do I do with this thing? I don't know.
Exactly. Okay. So make sure there's no peanuts in it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good too, but I don't want to be the one.
Boy, that's not, we can't send John into...
Okay. Now you close your eyes, and I'll give you each one, and you guess what flavor it is. Okay. You eat yours. You eat yours. Okay. Guess what flavor?
Did you see what they were?
Yeah, I did. I checked afterwards. I was like,
watermelon?
Let me see.
So you don't even... We're going to find out together.
Oh, why is yours red? Is yours red too?
What are my options?
Okay, the options are watermelon.
I'm pretty sure it's watermelon. I
for
know
sure don't have
watermelon.
Okay, blue raz.
No.
Okay. I might have blue red.
Okay, cherry. And sour apple.
I'm pretty sure it's watermelon.
Blue raz.
Okay, open your mouth. Nope! It's sour apple! You win! You got it right. Are they good?
It's all right. It's candy. It's sweet.
Are you supposed to suck on them? Or do you want
that's how you get to the gum.
Watermelon.
Okay. They're all red and green. There's a blue one.
Yeah, there's not a lot of blue raz in this.
I think the light pink is... Yeah. I'll try the blue raz.
Boy, you just go right for the bite. That is insane. You go right for the bite? You don't soften it first? That is hardcore.
You are straight up the Tootsie Roll Owl on lick 3.
You were like...
No 2 licks. You just go for it.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, how many None!
I like the owl! Oh my god.
The world will never know.
There was no gum in there, or whatever. If there was, I swallowed it.
There's definitely gum. But I will tell you that I've had 3 now, and I don't have a full stick of gum.
Okay. Yeah.
I am spraying watermelon.
Me too. When I took that bite. Okay.
It's sort of like gum-like substance, too. It's not really solidifying in much of a piece.
Just swallow it.
I mean, if there's anything we've learned from Robert F. Kennedy Jr., it's that this stuff is completely unregulated. I mean, who knows what's in here? This is...
You are right.
I'm sterile now.
But yeah, I just think... I don't. You guys probably aren't candy connoisseurs.
That's correct. Nailed it.
I'll suck for a good 10 minutes before I attempt to bite. Okay. I'm so worried about chipping a tooth.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah.
You are an adult.
You're through the first one just now?
Yeah, how many have you had?
I got like 16 in my mouth. I gotta go to the bathroom.
See, all right, break. See, isn't candy great?
Yeah.
So we're back. They're over here blowing bubbles. So we're still doing story time, everyone. That was our first prompt. If you're following along, maybe your stories were similar. Maybe we inspired you to think of another story. Keep on writing. We're having fun. Okay, question number 2. You have to live off only one candy. That's all you eat. One candy for a year. What are you picking, and how do you think it'll affect your life?
I'm gonna do the 100-gram bar.
Oh, those were good.
I'm gonna imagine, that's gonna affect your life. To eat just candy, I imagine just the gastrointestinal implications of that would be pretty gruesome. But I'm here to give it a shot.
You are.
I never understood why that wasn't allowed when I was young.
That's true.
It's hard to imagine an existence without potato chips, but I do like 100-gram bars.
Oh, that's what you're worried about is the
Most, yeah.
not like
I got to give up the salty. I don't understand.
And there's no peanuts in 100 grand, obviously.
Correct. It's like crispy rice, caramel, and chocolate.
Because that's what I was thinking. I do think the practical answer is something with nuts because there's protein, but you can't.
Correct. That's not going to work.
You're going to have nothing. Your bones and muscles are going to wither. So I
think
think
it would also affect your life, but negatively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not positively.
Not positively like the 100-gram, but like negatively.
Yes. Yeah. The money. You don't get the money. I wonder if anyone's ever done that because they did the McDonald's for a long time, but I feel like only candy probably would die.
Yeah, I mean, I think at no point should anyone just exclusively eat candy for a year.
Right.
I think that's
We're not
horrible idea.
No, we're doing a bit, right? This is a podcast, is it not?
Although I would like to see the Super Size Me documentarian who's willing to tackle just eating.
But I do, whenever they give away a year's worth of something on game shows, I'm like, it better be enough to I'm always
according to who.
Yeah.
Exactly. A year according to who is right. Like, you better give me enough of that thing where I'm fucking sick of it by the end.
Yeah.
I want to be like locked in the closet like grandfather in the carton of cigarettes.
With
that candy.
Your supply of cigarettes. Yeah, our friend won Taco Bell for a year. But it was just like...
but they give it to you once a week.
Yeah,
it's like, here's 52 meals at Taco Bell. I'm like, that's how much you think if I had free Taco Bell? Because I can tell you, I'd be there before and after the open mic.
Yes. I think I would pick Jelly Belly jelly beans for if I could only eat one thing for a year, because Jelly Belly jelly beans, there's a lot of flavors and they include all 4 food groups, which are strawberry, buttered popcorn, and mint mojito.
Sure.
So
okay.
And that was 3, but I can't.
You'll think you'll have, like, with those flavors, the faint remembrance of food.
Of food, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're going to regret that decision pretty quick.
At least I have more variety.
Wouldn't you want to pick, like, a good candy?
What? You don't think jelly beans are good?
I mean... jelly beans are a lower level candy. Any candy associated with a holiday, they got to pitch it like that, you know?
You just ate a sucker without a stick.
That's way better than a jelly bean.
No!
The real sucker's the person that's going all in on jelly beans for a year.
There's so many flavors! And if you get the kind the bamboozled ones, where they have like one, they'll be like, this is either lime or vomit. And you don't know, and they look exactly the same. And you play a game and you eat one.
That's how I feel about when Skittles went from lime to apple for those couple years. I still haven't forgiven Skittles for those.
It's either
years.
lime
The apple Skittle was the worst. It made Skittles inedible. Uninedible.
That is not true.
You don't have to tweak
I hated
anything.
those green apple Skittles. Lime's back and life's good again, but boy, it was a rough couple years.
It's basically just like edgy lemon. It's like, come on, Lime, settle down. Like, we got lemon. It's actually tame lemon. Lemon's way cooler than lime.
I was going to say, I don't understand how you would think lime is edgier than lemon. Lemon's notorious for being something you have to make aid out of.
I love that you picked up on that, too. Like, yeah, they put it in Coronas. Wait,
if we're gonna do a fucking podcast about candy opinions, you're gonna get them right.
Limes and lemons. Which one do you think is a sissy, a lime or a lemon?
No, I've turned into John in this situation. I'm gonna let you two guys go. Yeah. This is like firing line now.
You're out of the. You're like, I'm just glad I'm not in.
I'm Sweden right now. You guys
not in your line of fire. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about you? What are you gonna live off of?
I was thinking practical too. Yeah. So like maybe Snickers or something.
Yes.
Because then Snickers could also tide me over while I wait for actual food. Mm-hmm. And try not to die 365 days.
Yep.
Because it's I don't know. It's a great candy. I'm not even a big candy guy, but it's like, okay, I'll have a Snickers and that'll like tide me over. It's like a little mini meal or something.
It's the most.
I feel like that one I could eat with some restraint, where it was like, okay, you only get a candy bar at lunch, a candy bar for dinner. Why did I agree to this?
Yeah.
But it's not.
2 candy bars?
It's like a self-regulating treat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? It's almost like a beer.
An
where
opportunity
it's just like it's
for you
thick.
to be the Jared of Snickers. Just with the initial success.
Just with yeah.
You need to get that out of your lexicon.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. The guy who never found out things went wrong for
When I talked about...
is Jared in trouble?
When I talked...
Jared did bad?
What?
Jared? Beloved Subway Jared? I'm just finding out.
When I talked about being an adult in a child's body, that is not what I meant.
Oh, no.
Oh, what? He did the Jared thing. That was just the... I feel like we were already 3/4 of the way there with that bit before I just
you made it wordplay! And that took it to the next level.
We need to get some more sugar before I crash.
That's true. I do have more sugar, but settle down.
Yep.
I was just...
Now we're just all candy addicts.
Can you guys please settle down? Please.
I can feel the sugar high.
Yeah.
I know. Just
it is.
Oh, no, it's waning now.
Thing. Okay, what controversial thoughts do you have about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Did you think of any?
Someone else go first.
What's up with the grandparents in the bed?
Yeah.
It's too creepy for... I don't know... Is that a thing that used to happen? People used to keep their grandparents in beds like that? What are the... I don't know.
That is weird.
Is he... Also, I don't know how Candy fixes his legs. That's the part where I lose it.
I forgot
Every time I'm like, I don't think Candy can do that.
Fix your legs.
Well, I would also say leaving your multi-million-dollar chocolate factory to a teenage boy and his grandpa, not good business sense.
Not gonna happen.
What?
Also, too, the whole thing's a little creepy. Like, why are we gaming out setups for 8-year-olds? I gotta see how an 8-year-old handles the chocolate empire. I mean, let's set up traps for him within the chocolate empire, and then we'll set up bribery. You know, who doesn't want to teach an 8-year-old kid that the competitor's always looking for our secrets?
Yeah, at the very end. I just learned that. They tried to trick him.
It was ahead of its time as far as like the twisted billionaire games and stuff.
Yeah,
that was definitely
that now.
You can't tell me Willy Wonka also doesn't have an island.
Isn't he the good guy?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Scene in the tunnel where he like loses his mind and stuff. No, he's not a good guy. I guess I haven't read the book, so I don't know how he was originally written. But like when you watch, and I haven't seen the Chalamet one. But
don't.
Oh yeah.
I haven't either, but it just terrifies me. Same with the other one. What's the one?
There's another one?
Yeah, isn't there one with like
Depp.
Yeah. That one seems scary.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the Wilder one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That one's still kind of weird too.
Boy, they've rebooted that guy more than Spider-Man. How many of these things?
Yeah. There's one that's just based on the Oompa Loompas, isn't there? Or I don't
Minions?
know. Yeah, maybe that's
I'm gonna say yes.
I don't know. But I just think Wonka, like that's what? No, you don't. That's not a last name. Like no one just Willy Wonka? Like, I don't know.
I'm waiting for the Madame Veruca series on Apple TV.
All right.
Sure.
So we did the contest. You guys did so good. Now it's time for one-liners. So these are like more short-form questions. Now this one, I forgot that you were allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
But we'll have you go first.
Well, you don't have to actually do it.
Well, that's true. We do have Reese's
For me,
peanut
it would
butter
be
cups.
at all.
So, hold on, let me say the question. What's the most unhinged way to eat a Reese's peanut butter cup?
It's at all. At all for me. But also, just to answer, if I weren't with a nut allergy, I think would, like a snake. Just get that, unhinge your jaw and get that Reese's in there.
Yes.
Well, let people see that Reese's right in your throat, like a mouse, I went literal meeting.
I was trying to think of something with a door. I couldn't.
No.
But that's, we do actually have Reese's peanut butter cups. But I don't know.
Oh, good. Let's get it done.
We'll keep them away. But because the slogan for Reese's peanut butter cups is there's no wrong way to eat Reese's, right? Is that what it is?
I think there's more than one way.
Oh, there's more than one way to eat.
I think she might have it though. I think there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's
Or
because I think I remember being like, well, yeah, miss me on that.
There's no wrong way to eat Reese's, and then they eat it in weird ways. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. You?
The most unhinged way to eat a Reese's peanut butter cup. I have chopping it up with your library card, then snorting it through your friend's $20 bill in the bathroom of a Waffle House. I feel like that's pretty.
Something's gone
That's
wrong.
pretty unhinged. Yeah,
things have gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
In your nose. Ooh. Oh, you'd feel it though. That sounds good.
You would feel, yeah.
I wonder if that would kill me quicker.
Inhaling,
snorting peanut
butter.
Just chopping up the nut.
I think.
Would that I truly wonder, would that make the anaphylactic shock process act quicker? It probably would.
Ask your doctor.
Probably.
That or just get it into the veins.
Yeah.
That is an unhinged way to eat a peanut.
Yes.
I just see squeezing it in.
You got your arm tied up.
Otherwise, letting it under the tongue, that's a way to have things get into your body quicker, too.
Oh, sure,
That's not as unhinged, but I'll try that. I just had, mixing it in with, a bowl of broccoli. I'm just that just seems, gross.
Yeah.
Keep it away from the vegetables.
Although you can do, the vegetables in the peanut butter thing. That, like celery or... I've done that before,
that
celery,
does
broccoli
sound
stuff.
good.
You just dunk it in some chunky peanut butter.
You're right. I forgot vegetables can go with peanut butter.
What is it, ants on a log where you put the raisins on the peanut butter on the
I forgot.
celery?
That probably would be really good. All right, we'll try it later. Okay. So I wanted to get one political question in here for Robert.
Sure.
So the next question is, if Skittles were running for president, what would their slogan be? And if you wanted to, it could be for each party. And then for people who don't know, the slogan is taste the rainbow.
Damn it, you just stole my answer. Taste the rainbow. Why are you going to mess with perfection? They nailed it the first time. You're going to come up with a better Skittles slogan than that just for president? No. Hi, I'm President Skittles. Taste the rainbow. That's my only addition to it is that you did
the X-Pac, yeah.
And which party is that? All of them?
Probably all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 3 of them.
Okay.
I have show us your skits.
Okay, show us your skits.
Yeah. These colors don't run.
Okay, yes.
That's probably the Republicans.
Yep.
These colors aren't running.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
That's great.
Motherfucker. And then make cavities great again.
Don't tread on the rainbow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make cavities great again.
That is going to really confuse them sexually.
Okay, I have for the socialists, instead of taste the rainbow, it's taste the burn. I don't know.
Okay.
Democrats, I don't know, I just said taste the Biden. I don't know, whatever. Republicans is Skittles, taste the correct bathroom your gender was assigned to. I don't know.
There's a lot of tasting going on.
Yeah, well, that's the slogan.
Yeah.
Libertarian Skittles, the red number 7 coloring could kill you. It's delicious. America. So, freedom.
All right, yeah.
Okay, next up. This is kind of like you guys have seen, like At Midnight, or now it's called After Midnight. Okay, this is kind of one of those games. Ruin a candy by changing one letter in the name of the candy just in order to ruin it. And my example was, instead of Starburst, Scarbursts.
Okay.
Which just sounds disgusting.
I got mine as Knickers.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't want to bite into somebody's Knickers.
No.
Or maybe you do.
Okay, what you got?
I got a few.
Okay, great. Love
I
it.
got S&M's.
Ah, nice.
Nards.
Nice.
Milk Dudes.
Yes.
Mike and Dyke.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't want that. You would not want that.
Neither would either one of them.
No. No.
They are.
Milky Gay.
Both Mike and Dyke are fine without each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Milky Gay.
Nice.
Candy porn.
Instead of candy corn.
Yep. Geese's Pieces. I'm not going anywhere near what, how, why.
That's great.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, I got a bunch too. I have shittles instead of skittles.
Sure.
And then
yep.
scattles, which are similar.
Yep.
Instead of milky one, I had milky wad.
Okay. Yeah. That's they're both
Gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then M&Ms, I had H&Ms.
H&M's.
There's the store. Instead of gummy bears, gummy beards. I don't know.
Oh, yep.
Maybe you'd like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then $100,000, I changed it to $10,000, so it's just less money. So you're a little bummed.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's time for the Scroll Hive question, where we asked our audience members and listeners to share their answers. And we're going to have a winner, and there's going to be a prize. So if you're watching now, if you're the one who wins, you get a prize, but you have to watch this episode in order to claim it. And I don't know what the prize is yet. We'll figure it out.
I mean, it could have something to do with the topic. Right?
Yeah,
so
like
it's candy, so then they would just get...
We got this gum from the Globe Fountain.
The gum that John and I put in there.
Okay, well, there's going to be a prize. It's going to be really cool. And I'll post it and tag everyone who answered.
Woo!
Okay, so what would your candy...
I'm out. Remember in Seinfeld?
Get out of here!
All right, go ahead.
What would your stripper name be if it was based off candy? So we asked the Squirrel Hive what their stripper names would be, and these are the answers. So I'll read one, and we don't say whose it is, and then you read one, and we'll go back and forth. Okay. Right. So someone said their name would be Liquor Ice, like licorice, Liquor Ice, Liquor Ice. I'm ruining this one for that person. Okay, what would you want?
Reese's Peanut B Cups.
Like that one. I won't sway you, but I'll say I like that one. Butter your finger. That's good.
I have diabetes, so sugar-free.
Yeah.
Zero sugar daddy.
That's not bad.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a couple since I have more. I have Milky Dude. Bra Breaker, like Jawbreaker, but...
That's not bad.
Yeah. Bra Breaker, yeah. That's like a male stripper, maybe. Or, I don't know.
Or the boobs are so big they just break the bra.
And then Nut Goody. Nut Goody.
And, yeah, it's right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, John?
This guy's got a couple. He's been waiting on this question.
Okay, cool.
Chunky.
Yep.
Mr. Goodbar.
Yep.
And Good and Plenty's.
Yep.
Okay, and those are all just actual candy names.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing as I read that, so
you don't
maybe just step away from the candy, sir.
Hey, you don't need to touch perfection, right? Taste the rainbow. You don't need.
Taste the rainbow.
I will say, I realize the one I wrote, not a candy, it's a cereal. No nuts, lots of honey.
Ladies, put your hands together for no nuts, lots of honey. Yeah.
He's got a peanut allergy.
Nut allergy, that's not, yeah.
That's a good name. Someone has Warhead. That's just weird. Yeah. And someone said the Twizzler, and I dress like a Batman villain, and there's a question mark over my junk.
Okay.
Like,
in the detail.
Kind of like the Riddler.
In the detail.
Licorice Twist was one. And then, okay, so that's that. I'll let you look at these.
Do I read mine? When do we read ours?
Yeah, do yours now.
Fire.
So this would be if I got a pretty substantial tan.
Okay. Okay. I like this.
It would be Almond Boy. Almond Boy.
Good. Yep.
I also have Cummy Bear.
Gross.
May I suggest almond 18-year-old boy?
Almond 18-year-old boy.
Yeah. There we go.
Almond Boy, parentheses, at least 18.
Almond Boy, parentheses, man.
Yeah. Almond Boy, but boy, me, ma'am.
Almond Boy could enlist in the army. I want to work at I want to go to the strip club. This sounds delicious. Maybe you give them candy. Okay, and then
Instead of like ones, you just like leave candy.
Yeah, just like a Hershey.
You
bar.
can tell the veteran strippers because they're morbidly obese.
So everyone, wow. And then I have.
Oh, I got one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Tushy Roll.
Cute. I don't know if I did this one. Maybe I did. Oh, I had Fun Dip. Fun Dip. You know Fun Dip?
What's Fun Dip?
It's like those bags of sugar and you dip the stick in it and you lick it. Fun
Okay.
Dip.
Yeah.
And then Jolly Dancer. Instead of Jolly Rancher. Okay.
I actually have one more.
Yeah.
Mini blow cop. Mini blow cop.
And you wear
Mini blow cop.
Mini blow cop.
And you wear
That's how you get out of the speeding ticket.
Stick not included. Or, I don't know, guys. Okay, so these are all of the answers. Pick your favorite for whatever reason, and you can explain why for whatever reason, and that person will win a prize.
I think I'll do Reese's Peanut B Cups.
Yes! I did like that one. Okay, so the winner of that is Anna, comically correct. So congratulations, Anna, you win! And everyone else gets second place.
If you ain't first, you're last.
I'll wait to decide on the prize if someone actually asks for it, maybe. Or whatever. It's at least $20 value. It could just be something I value $20. Okay, so that's kind of fun. That was the contest. Yay! So we have one more question, and then it's time for the squirrel vault, where we get super duper edgy. But we'll do one more question and kind of wrap up the main podcast. I'm having so much fun. Okay, last question then. This is from earlier. We went out of order. Let's roast Snickers. It's like the Comedy Central roast of Snickers. And we're all there, and it's time to roast Snickers. So I've got a few. I have, well, hey everyone, thanks for coming. Snickers. Why wait? Grab Snickers. You know what, Snickers? Yeah, I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait. Hungry? Yeah, I think I'll wait. Snickers? Okay. Hey, Snickers, you know what you look like? You look like if a log and poop had a baby. When you were born, the doctor said, put him back in the vending machine. In all seriousness, Snickers, you're a good bar. You've always inspired me to be a better comedian, and I love you. Sorry I ate your whole family, man. You're good. Snickers, thank you. Okay. Next up on the dais, we have...
Snickers' most famous slogan is, "It's so satisfying," which is way better than their original slogan, "Snickers, I don't think it's in yet."
Very good. John?
We're done.
You know,
Good job. I got nothing. No.
You don't have a roast?
No. Sorry.
Nothing like something with the peanut allergy?
No, I got nothing for Snickers. You stay away from me, I'll stay away from you. I'm not trying to get into a fucking beef with Snickers over my roast material.
Or is it that in a roast, you only roast if you truly respect them, and because
That's why I don't roast anyone.
But especially not Snickers, because you're like, fuck this.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna say anything.
They've been out to get me from day one.
There you go. So I love that.
That's right.
Very meta. All right, you guys. This has been the Candy Podcast. I was great. They were barely hanging on and were kind of combative, I think, and argumentative. I don't know if we'll air this one. And this will be too sad to watch later. And we'll probably...
Who knows how this candy's going to age?
Yeah, exactly. Turns out, yeah. But no, I'm just kidding. This was so much fun. This was the candy episode. We'll do candy again and stuffed animals. And everyone had fun, right?
Well, we're not done. We have the dirty part, right?
You're right. We do have the squirrel
dirty
ball.
part.
We'll wrap
This
this up.
podcast has more endings than Lord of the Rings.
I know. Just stay here. Your car's not going to get towed.
I mean, I'm not
really,
going
after
anywhere.
13 minutes. You got to get out of here. Okay, so where can people find you?
Instagram Comedy, Robert Baril, Baril on Facebook, Robert Baril Comedy on TikTok.
Yep.
Never got rid of it.
Right.
Where's the camera? There it is. Kept it the whole time.
And you make sketches with Alex. Keep an eye out for that with my husband. Funny dude. You'll be around town. This will probably come out in like 2 or 3 weeks. So.
St. Louis.
Okay. Check him
Funny
out.
Bone in St. Louis, Westport.
Mall of America, March 23rd. Comedy Corner Underground, March 28th and 29th. The Plus in Eau Claire, March 30th.
Oh, those are going to be fun. So if anyone...
I'll be at the Plus in Eau Claire, April 5th. Looking at you, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, this asshole. Oscar nomination, not enough for the guy playing him. He's got to be in the same tiny-ass small town that I'm in. Same night, same time.
Great.
The real
enough.
Bob Dylan.
Never enough. The real Bob Dylan.
It's not just Chalamet playing.
It's not Chalamet
Really
playing.
him.
It's the real 800-year-old Bob Dylan.
He won't come to the Oscars, but he goes to Eau Claire.
He goes to Eau Claire, baby.
That's so funny. Yeah, so check that out. Bring candy to the shows if you see them. No peanuts for John. And then I'm around town. Just come by me. My address is, just kidding. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening. Join as a Patreon and you can come. We have a bunch of like sassiness in the Squirrel Vault.
This is behind the paywall.
Yes, paywall.
I got you.
Really the best part. Seriously, like we get unwrapped.
Raw candy.
Raw candy. So hard. Sticks everywhere. Okay, so...
Sticks everywhere.
I don't know. So the questions are, if a serial killer made a candy, what would it be called? And what are the ingredients? What is the best and worst candy to eat at a funeral? And one day, all lollipops start whispering secrets when licked. What's the worst possible things yours could say? Oh my gosh! So go to patreon.com/Squirrel Club. Join the Squirrel Club. You can get that content. There's also other cool, fun stuff, like my comedy journal and just, I don't know. We could really use the money.
Gene Wilder's dick.
Yeah, okay. We'll offer that. I'll add that in there. Special tier. All right. Thanks you guys so much. Maybe we'll see you at Squirrel Club. Okay.